right. What's up, everybody? Good evening. What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Up YouTube channel. How is my TTG fam? I hope everybody is doing well this evening. Man, what an after-hours session. Tesla being added to the S&P. Finally. And that news came out of nowhere. Tesla up big. After hours being added to the S&P. I'm sure I'm going to get 1,000,001 questions about Tesla being added to the S&P. We will be talking about that here tonight on this live stream, but the focal point of the lessons I'm going to discuss with you guys today has everything to do with patience, discipline, okay, selectiveness, okay, is staying focused, greed. All right, that is everything that we are going to be talking about today on this live stream. For those of you that are brand new, that are just joining us for the very first time, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward. I'm the head trader at True Trading Group. I'm a former award-winning hedge fund trader. Began my career working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed just under $500 million. Went on to receive a Trader of the Year award in 2008. I have since simplified the education I received at that fund, and I've created the TTG curriculum, and that is what I teach to all of our TTG members. So this is your very first time joining us. First thing you guys want to do, subscribe to the channel. I'm always doing live streams, live Q&As, answering questions, going over trade recaps, trade ideas, other educational content. We're streaming live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay, so like I said, if you guys are brand new to the channel, subscribe, turn on those notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any one of these lives, because I'm always dropping golden nuggets of information totally for free right here on the YouTube channel, so that you guys can be better prepared and better educated, so you can become more consistently profitable traders. If you guys have not done so already, you also know the drill. Smash that like button for me. Let me know how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort that goes into these live streams. My TG fam, what's going on? I hope everybody had a nice day today. I see my TG fam is in full effect. I see my boy Chris Botsis, Jorge Home, Wendy Fonseca's here, Lucy Leary, Rebull, Glenn Wilson never misses, Hardcore Raider, my boy Mike DeRocco, what's good? Sean Miller's in the house, Milana Hilton, JL Riley, Scott Berry, one hand on the wheel, Justin Kirk is here, Susie Laurie, my girl Judy's in the house, Jorge Romero, Q Wireless Solutions, Bo, Renzo, J Money, Leslie, Sarah, Keith, G Dozier, Uncle Mike, Willard, Nick Lowry, Deep Relaxation, Frank Sabar, my boy David Padilla, East Florida Fishing, what's good, guys? Doodle, John R. Oh, my boy Nas made it tonight. Nas, what's good? Jay Schmei, Johnny B, what's up? What's up, Maria? Joe How? Yes, Big Ball is here. Glenny Trades, Vinroy, Ramjet, Santos Martin, what's up? Dale McDougal's in the house. My shallow side, Nick Sortino, Ethan James, JD Seafood, GV, Das Snail. What's up, my TTG crew? Yes. God damn it, I love you guys. What's up, everybody? What's up? All right, so I hope you guys all had a nice day today. I know we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be going over Tesla. We're going to be going over my trades today. I was 3 for 3 today, but no home runs. 3 for 3 today. I traded HPR twice, a little bit of profit on it both times. I didn't get follow through on HPR. Right before the close, HPR squeezed higher. I did not catch that move right before the bell. I traded it earlier in the day. I caught it twice. But again, just small profits. I only got to like profit target 1. I did not get to profit target 2 or 3. So small profits, like 6%. Actually, all 3 of my trades today, oddly enough, were 6% gains. It's kind of weird. I traded HPR twice, 6% both times. And then I traded GP, which was also 6%. GP was a nice trade, though. GP, I did get some extension and some follow through on that one. So even though that was 6%, that was still $1 a share on that one, 1573 up to like 1680, 1670 something. I forgot what the exact fill was. I'll get into it. I have my trade alerts and my trade executions that are here I can share with you guys. But today's lesson is really going to be all about like taking what the market gives you, not forcing trades. And something that a lot of traders struggle with in trading is like having the discipline to actually stay patient. and not over trade on slower days. It was a really slow day today, like early in the day. Things were slow. Late in the day, we got some pretty good action. You got like CBAT gave you a squeeze. WWR had a nice move. Obviously, HPR ended up pushing higher right before the bell. Then you have the Tesla news after hours. So at the late day, at the late afternoon session, actually was pretty active. But early in the day, man, things were pretty quiet. Even with the big gap up with the Moderna news. For those of you that did not hear today, Moderna announced today over the weekend that they have a 94.5% efficacy on their vaccine, which is 1 week later after the Pfizer 90% efficacy announcement on their vaccine. Great news all around. 2 vaccines, both over 90% efficacy, which is fantastic. Moderna actually is some better data than Pfizer. 1-shot vaccine instead of 2. And Moderna's vaccine can be stored in a traditional refrigerator temperature. Pfizer's needs to be, like minus 70 degrees or something like that in order to be transported and stored properly. So Moderna's vaccine is set up much nicer for ease of logistics and for getting the vaccine out to the masses once it goes into mass production. So some good news there. That gave you gap ups in Moderna. That gave you gap ups in the SPY, gap ups in the Dow. We actually had a new all-time high today in the Dow. NASDAQ was a clear laggard today. You're going to get that. Whenever you have like that reopening trade, whenever you get like vaccine news, the reopening trade, you're going to see the NASDAQ lag because you're going to see all of those stay-at-home stocks, all your big tech names are going to underperform the days that you have these vaccine news type of trades because you're seeing like the reopening trade stocks start to move higher. Like you guys see the moves that like some of the transportation stocks made today, the airlines, big day for airlines, Boeing, huge move today for Boeing. Very big move actually for Boeing. Boeing back over $200. I hope some of you guys took advantage of my advice. A few weeks ago, I did a bunch of live streams and everybody was asking me about Boeing. I told you guys that Boeing is a great buy long-term in the 140 to 150 area. Boeing got down to that 145 region. And now within like 2 weeks, Boeing is from 145, 150 is now all the way back over 200. So hopefully some of you guys took advantage of that advice. I own Boeing, obviously at much cheaper prices. I bought that thing back in March when you had the big sell-off right at 106. So for those of you that have been following the YouTube channel since then, you guys are obviously up a hell of a lot more on that, as well as all the other stocks that we were talking about buying in March and April. So congrats to you. Congrats to everyone else that scooped up Boeing in the 140s, 150s, because that was a really nice move. So that's what you're going to see, guys. When you get those reopening trades, you're going to see the NASDAQ is going to lag. You're going to get, transportations, industrials, travel, retail, all those names are going to start to give you a little bit of a boost when you have the reopening trade. The NASDAQ's going to lag. Okay. That's exactly what you saw today. Dow, S&P, much stronger than NASDAQ. And we saw the same thing on last Monday when we had the Pfizer news. Okay. So you're going to continue to see that as that reopening trade and that rotation continues to take effect. Okay, so a lot to talk about here on this live stream. Like I said, guys, welcome. All right, we're going to talk about my trades today on GP, HPR, and we're going to talk obviously about Tesla. So with that being said, guys, we are going to start things off same way that we start off every live stream, and you know it. That is with a blanket open floor Q&A. Fire away, guys. Ask me questions. The world's your oyster. I'm just living in it. All right, so guys, fire away. Ask me questions. I'm here for you guys. My boy Isaac, man. My boy Isaac, I see you, bro. Isaac says, thanks for the one-on-one today, Mike. Guys, let me tell you something. This kid, Isaac, I just had a one-on-one with Isaac. He's a TTG member. He's been following the YouTube channel for 2 years. He's 19 years old in university in Canada. And man, when I tell you this kid's got so much potential. So I don't want to hear anybody tell me that, what's your excuse? He's 19 years old and is a full-time student and is taking advantage of a True Trading Group membership and is actually not only becoming a profitable trader by focusing on trading small caps, but also working and establishing and getting himself to a point where he's starting to now build a long-term portfolio at the young age of 19 years old. So Isaac, props to you. I really enjoyed our one-on-one here today. Shoot me a message, bro, anytime. Whenever you have any questions, you shoot me a message in chat. I'm here for you. All right, let's see. What's up, guys? Let's see. What do we want to talk about here today? All right, everyone's got questions. Let's see. Oh my God, you guys are typing too fast. I'm sorry, you guys are typing too fast. I've got to try to scroll here. Hold on. I got to try to pick out a question. Oh, Bo Dodson, great job, man. I just saw Bo Dodson says, I'm not sure if you saw my comment. I did not. I'm just seeing it now. Says, I paid for your service today, over $1,000. I already made over $500 from your calls today. Your service will pay for itself. Bo, great job, man. Welcome to the family. I'm glad to have you part of the team. All right, let's see. James Hong says, Mike, do you see companies releasing pre-revs before earnings as a red flag, as in hyping up the earnings to make up for something bad on the call? No, I don't. I don't think it's a red flag if companies announce pre-revs to make up for something that's bad on the call. I don't necessarily think that's a red flag. I think you got to take it by a case basis. You guys have to see kind of what what are they announcing pre, how good or bad are the numbers. Usually I look at when earnings are delayed. That's usually when I look at it as being a red flag. When earnings are delayed, I don't like when I see earnings are delayed. Actually, what my biggest loss ever was a pre-earnings announcement. Hate it so much. I was short a stock. They came out with earnings early, and the stock actually halted and gapped up, and I just got destroyed. So I actually look at, delaying earnings. I look at that as a red flag. I look at delayed earnings as a red flag. Okay, NIO. I say I have 1,000,001 questions about NIO. So guys, NIO tomorrow has earnings. This will be a focal point for me. If you guys were on my live stream last night, I told you guys last night that I thought that we were going to see a bounce back to the electric vehicle stocks. I'll take you guys over to the charts real quick. We'll talk about this. Okay, here's all of your electric vehicle stocks. Do you guys not remember the candles that I drew on the electric vehicle stocks yesterday? During my live stream yesterday, I literally drew a candle. Okay, for those of you that were with me on that live, okay, for those of you that were with me on that live, I drew a candle on these stock charts, and it looked exactly like what we had here. So I told you guys that I thought we were going to see a bounce back on some of these electric vehicle stocks. Big bounce back on NIO, up 7% today. Big bounce on LI, up 18% today. Big bounce on XPEV, up 11% today. So these stocks are actually setting up really, really well for a gap up on NIO earnings. NIO earnings tomorrow. I think that, NIO earnings tomorrow, I think that they're going to be good. I think that you had LI earnings were good. You had XPEV earnings were good. Now you've got NIO earnings coming up. I expect their earnings to be good. I expect the stock to trade higher off of those earnings. And then maybe I actually get another opportunity to short the stock. But I do think these stocks can continue to go higher first before they eventually start to turn back south. I do think that NIO gets back into the 30s, but I think we might have one more quick pop before that once they come out with their earnings. And I think you could see a nice move higher on earnings. And then I think that earnings gap will, I think, be fadeable. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking for on NIO. I'm not short this going into earnings. I think you're playing with fire if you got short this thing going into earnings. I shorted these stocks on Friday. Shorted them Friday, covered them Friday. Monster win. LI and XPEV. I shorted both of those stocks on Friday. Big wins. Okay, but I covered those positions on Friday when we got that big sell-off because I knew that going into NIO's earnings, you could see a bounce back today. That's exactly what we saw. I told you guys that last night on the live stream. I said last night on the live stream, I go, guys, I do not expect these electric vehicle stocks to just completely fall apart before NIO has earnings. I think these stocks are going to bounce back. That's exactly what happened today. They all bounced back. Now they're set up nicely for NIO to give you good earnings, push all of them higher, and then give me another short opportunity. So the play here, guys, I think is these stocks are going to go give you one more pop, one more type of squeeze move, kind of squeeze out that last bit of the short position. Any shorts that stepped on this thing on Friday and are stuck holding it going into earnings, they might get squeezed out after earnings, give you one more exhaustion short squeeze type of move. And then once the momentum cracks the second time, that's the one you hold. That's the short that you hold. Friday, I shorted these stocks as a quick trade. I was not going to hold on to these short going into NAO earnings. But the next crack in momentum, that's the one you hold. Okay, that is the one I'm looking to hold. That's the one where I'm looking to catch like a 3-day drop in these stocks, and I'm going to turn it into a swing trade when that momentum cracks. I'm not doing it right now. Obviously, I don't have a position now. I'm going to wait till after earnings for NAO, see if the stocks push higher. Then I'll short it, and once that momentum cracks, that's when I'm going to hold. Okay, that is when I'm going to hold. All right, so we'll see what happens here coming out of the gate with their earnings, and I'm going to be trading this thing like crazy. Coming out of its earnings. So you guys want to definitely make sure that you are in chat with me to trade these electric vehicle stocks, because I have a feeling we're going to get a massive move. I mean, guys, look at the range these stocks have right now. Like, you're talking about NIO went from 40 to 52, and then from 52 down to 40, and then went from 41 up to 48. LI went from 41 down to 30, then from 31 up to 37. Like, these are huge moves that these stocks are making. Tons of liquidity and volume. It's off the charts. So I think there's still a lot of opportunity in these, and they are going to be my focus with NIO reporting earnings here now tomorrow. Yes, I definitely will send out an email as well as a text message, as well as the mobile app push notification when I enter that trade, guys. Hey, Steve Wilbur, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Palantir, man, what a move, right? Man, what a move on Palantir. Nice recovery after that earnings drop. Stock dropped on the earnings and then recovered here nicely. The volume looks great on this thing, guys. Volume looks great up here. I think this thing can continue. I think Palantir can continue. We've got this resistance here at 17. It's such an odd, it's like an island pivot top resistance here. You see that one little brief touch and then the crap, the gap and crap. So that one little brief touch and the stock sold back in. So I don't expect there to be too much resistance up here at 17. There's not a lot of shares that traded up there to create that resistance level. The stock only traded at 17 for seconds. Okay, seconds on the 12th, and then you had that pullback. So I don't expect there to be a lot of resistance at 17. I do think Palantir can continue to trade higher. It's a little bit of a sloppy chart. Okay, it's a bit of a sloppy chart. I wouldn't be surprised if Palantir consolidated for about a week or two and actually start to form maybe like some type of a flag pattern. It's very, very sloppy, this chart pattern up here at highs after the company announced earnings. But momentum could take this thing through 17 and take it higher. So momentum could definitely take it higher. The stock actually almost touched 18 pre-market and then traded lower. So it looks like we're going to have some resistance up there in the high teens. So that's why I'm saying, based on the way it traded off of 17, the way it traded off of 18 pre-market, I think that you could be looking at maybe a consolidation here, or maybe this stock consolidates and it's like, weak hands will panic when this thing drops down into the 14s, but strong hands are going to come in and they're going to buy it down there in the 14s, and that could cause a little bit of a consolidation pattern to form. And then that's when you can get like maybe a 1 week or 2 week consolidation flag or pennant pattern that could then eventually take us higher. So that's something that I'm going to be looking for and paying attention to on PLTR. I did not catch ATHE today. I did not trade ATHE today. I did not trade ATHE. BLNK. Yes, confident. Oh, guys, I was talking about BLNK today in chat. I told everybody in chat today when BLNK was at like 1085. I told everybody that BLNK looks so good for a swing, and I did not enter the trade, and the thing just exploded here this afternoon. Some of our members are actually in it. Some of our members jumped in that BLNK trade idea. I did not get it. I did not get it. I was trading HPR. I was, trading that GP. I'm so mad at myself for not pulling the trigger on BLNK. That stock looks really good, guys, for a swing. Massive breakout day today. This was a real nice clean pennant kind of major wedge consolidation pattern here on the daily, and then we just exploded out of that pattern here today. What I'm going to look for now, guys, I'm not in this. A lot of our members are. We called this out today in chat, but I did not enter the trade. It is something that I was talking about. But what you guys will see here, this 1150 area is where I'd like to see us hold now, like this previous little pivot zone. Okay, we blew through today like it wasn't even there. If we pull back and consolidate there, I think that's a buyable area. And then you can look for BLNK. I think you can look for BLNK to then continue its move and obviously eventually test this 1450 high, but then eventually break through that and start to give you some really good follow through on that break. So I'm going to be looking for that I'll pull back towards the 1150 area, but I really do like BLNK. I think this is a beautiful looking chart setup, and I think it has more room to the upside. Do I think Tesla being added to the S&P will push EV stocks tomorrow? I don't think so. I think NIO earning anticipation will push EV stocks. I don't necessarily think that you're going to get. I just look at them as like two completely separate animals. It's like I know they're both EV stocks, but they haven't been trading together at all. Like Tesla has not been a leader for NIO, LI, XPEV, Solo, WKHS. They have been completely disconnected. So I don't necessarily think that you're going to see, Tesla being added to the S&P. I don't think it's going to affect some of these Chinese EV stocks. I could be wrong, but I think that if they rally tomorrow, it'll be on the back of NIO earnings anticipation, rather than Tesla being added. Plug, PLUG, Plug. That's another stock that I actually really like. They just did an offering after hours. Stock traded lower. It's a great offering actually for the company. Company was able to raise $750 million, actually at a pretty good price. It's not a bad deal for the company. The stock's not even down all that much. We're at $24. The stock closed at 25. Like the company just raised $750 million and the stock only fell $1. Okay. The stock only fell $1. Okay. So, I think maybe the stock consolidates now in the 20s, in the low 20s, now that you've got that offering, and the company can kind of take that cash, invest in the long-term growth plan for the company, execute on their game plan or on their business plan, and eventually Plug, I think, could continue much higher over the next couple of years. I'm bullish on Plug, bullish on the company, but I think this offering will, at least for the time being, slow down the momentum. This momentum is what I'm talking about. You see this move was just absolutely crazy. And when you guys just keep going back, just look at the moves that this stock is making. This stock has been lights out since June. Tremendous momentum and follow through on this thing. And I think now the offering will just kind of slow the momentum down a little bit, allow the stock to kind of catch up to itself and then consolidate for a little bit before moving higher. All right. I am bullish on them long term. Which stocks would I recommend to have in my long-term portfolio? Stocks that I recommend everyone has in their long-term portfolios, your big five. Your big five are Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. That's your big five. Other stocks that I recommend people have in their long-term portfolios is Qualcomm, AMD, NVIDIA. Those are three stocks that I'm very big on in my long-term portfolio. I also am a big fan of Disney. I also am a big fan of cloud computing stocks like DDOG, NET. I actually think FSLY is a good buying opportunity as well. That stock's really gotten beaten up. I think it'll recover nicely. So these are some of the stocks that I think that you need to own in your long-term portfolios. Do I think play will continue? No, I don't. So play has, like these are the stocks that are going to give you action when you get vaccine news. Okay. These are the stocks that are going to give you action when you get vaccine news. Like I said, so here's the Pfizer vaccine news, and then here's today's vaccine news. You're going to get these. These are the reopening trades. This is Dave and Buster's play. It's Dave and Buster's. You're not going to go to Dave and Buster's with 100 people in an enclosed space, jumping from video game to video game to video game, touching all the same controllers that everybody else was touching just 10 seconds before you put your quarters or swiped your card to play the same game. So this is not something that I think is going to do well as COVID cases continue to rise. No, I think that this move higher on Dave and Buster's, I think, is fadeable. I think Dave and Buster's gets back into the teens before coronavirus is behind us. I don't think it's just blue skies from here for Dave and Buster's. I think that Dave and Buster's fades this move higher as COVID cases continue to surge. And even though we have the vaccine news, it's going to take a while before the vaccine is administered to the public, and before you're going to see companies like Dave and Buster's or like AMC theaters, all of those places are going to get pops when you get vaccine news. But I think those pops are fadeable until, the COVID cases are under control. Yeah. ABBV, right? Yeah. Let's talk about ABBV. How many of you on this live, this is a two-part question. If you have been following my live stream for a while now, you guys know some of the favorite stocks that I own. I've told all you guys about them. I told you guys to buy AMD when it was in the 40s, right? And I told you guys to buy ABBV when it was in the 80s, all right? Because a lot of people ask me, Mike, which one of your favorite dividend-paying stocks? And whenever someone asks me, what are my dividend-paying stocks that I like, I always tell them ABBV, one of my favorites, right? When people say, Mike, what are one of your top growth stocks? I tell them AMD, one of my favorites. How many people on this live right now own either AMD or ABBV because of you heard me talk about it on the live stream and you guys are up big on these positions, man. You guys are up big. ABBV up to $100 a share. And guess who just took a stake in ABBV? Yes, Berkshire. Berkshire has added to their pharma exposure. They added to Merck. They added to ABBV. Okay. So how many of you guys on the live own these stocks because of me telling you guys about them? Right? Awesome. Awesome. So not only are we raking in the gains on ABBV from the dividend, which they pay a great dividend, but man, from 80 to 100. So not only are we getting the dividend, but we're also getting that percentage gain on the stock. Man, no brainer. No brainer. I love it. Love it. So congratulations, guys. Congratulations, anyone that owns AMD. I'll tell you guys remember AMD. I was pounding the table in March on AMD right in here. I was telling everybody, buy AMD, buy AMD, buy AMD. So that stock's up over 100% since we talked about that. And then ABBV, I told you guys when it was in the 80s that I was buying it here in the 80s, and now the stock back up all the way to 100. And that's looking real nice and pretty. I think that stock can work its way up towards 110 in the months to come. So congratulations to everyone that took advantage of those calls and that advice. Great job. Nice. Rui got D-Dog. Yes, that's another one I was telling you guys about. Really nice job. Rui, you're up nice on that one too, man. Great job. Yes, DC, I do like Snowflake. I feel like the stock was, their IPO just was so hot and the stock was so expensive that I didn't buy it because I just felt like the stock was so expensive. That IPO was hyped so much. I just felt like there was just so much premium on those shares, man. Like there was just too much hype. I didn't buy it. I do not own Snowflake yet, but I like the company, but I don't like the stock. The stock is very expensive. I wish I can get it cheaper. How long do I think until BABA runs again? I'm holding long at 248. Wendy, if you're long 248, 248 is a good price. There's a lot of support down there in the low 240s on BABA. There's a lot of support down there. I think you're good. I think you're good. I think you're good. Yes, Carrie, that is what I mean when I say it'll fade. Lower volume and lower price, yes. Hawkeye, what do you think of Boeing? I like Boeing long-term. Stock's expensive right now. Wait for a pullback. When will NIO drop? After their earnings. Thoughts on Cisco? I like Cisco. I own it long-term. What do I think of Moderna? Moderna, I think, has more room. I think Moderna has more room. Before this is all said and done, if you're going to buy any of them, if your guys are talking about Pfizer or Moderna, Moderna is the one you want to own, not Pfizer. Christopher McCartney, I have no idea, man. Says, do you think NVAX will have vaccine news Monday? I have no idea. Total coin flip. There's no way that I can give advice one way or the other. Okay, I'm getting a million questions on my thoughts on Tesla. My thoughts on Tesla. Okay, Tesla being added to the S&P 500. This is a great thing, but also a negative thing for those that like to trade it a lot. The volatility is going to really die down on Tesla. Not only did they have their forward split with the 5-to-1 forward split, which greatly added to the size of the float, but now you're going to have being added to the S&P, you're going to have a lot more players in that stock. That stock is going to get very, very, very thick. It's going to slow down the volatility in Tesla. Okay. The days of Tesla going from 1,000 to 1,500, from 1,500 to 2,000 in a matter of just a couple of weeks, like it did this summer, those days are over. Okay, it's now going to be tied to the overall markets. It'll be in the S&P 500. You're going to have funds come in. The stock probably gets a little bit more of a boost. You see the stock exploded after hours today. You probably get a little bit more upside as now S&P based funds will now have to buy Tesla. If they do not own it already, they're going to have to buy it in order to maintain weighting to be the index funds that they're tracking. They're going to have to own Tesla. So you could see a little bit more of a boost in Tesla share price. But then once that starts to settle down, the volatility in Tesla will really start to slow down. No, Tesla will not be weighted like Apple. It won't even be close. Andrew Conhan, thoughts on GameStop going into the holiday season? I'm really not sure. I'm really, really not sure. I think GameStop can do well. I think they can do well. The stock, that stock had a really good day today, actually. The stock actually traded really well today. It actually traded lower here after hours and a quick little pullback there. I I don't know, guys. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. You know, this 1050 area is a key level of support for GameStop. I'll draw a line right across that level. You guys can see previous resistance now starting to act, okay, as support. If that level holds, you could see this thing climb its way back up towards 15. Maybe it has some good holiday. Maybe it has some good holiday numbers. But if you guys are bullish on like gaming overall, the stocks to own are the video game makers. Like I love Activision. I'd rather you like if you're looking for a long-term portfolio, I'd rather own Activision than a GameStop. The reason why, like the way I look at GameStop, like I traded GameStop back in October, but that was specifically just for a trade. The thing that scares me about GameStop for a long-term portfolio, GameStop reminds me eerily of Blockbuster. GameStop just really reminds me of Blockbuster. And when I think about, you know, what happened, why did Blockbuster go out of business? Why would you go to a store to physically go and rent a DVD or a VHS player when you have Netflix and on demand where you can sit in your bed or on your couch and on your TV rent a movie or rent, you know, a TV show? You don't have to go to the store to do that. And that destroyed Blockbuster and it put Blockbuster out of business. GameStop concerns me because why would I go to GameStop to buy a video console when I can go to Amazon and buy the video console? Why would I go to GameStop to buy a video game when once I have the video console, Microsoft with Xbox, Sony with PlayStation, you can download, okay, the games directly onto the console. You don't have to go to the store. So if you have Xbox and the new Call of Duty comes out, you don't have to go to GameStop to buy the actual physical disc game. You can go on your Xbox, connect to the internet, and download the game right to your Xbox without going and buying the game. So then if that's the case, where does GameStop fit in to the expansion and growth of gaming? And you're left with accessories. And that concerns me. So for your long-term, you know, investment portfolio, I'd rather you own the video game developers. Like I'd rather you own like an Activision, okay, than a GameStop. When it comes to that, I'd rather you own the companies that make, you know, the chips and the technology that allow these video games, you know, to run on such powerful processing units because of all the, you know, the information data overload that these video games are nuts. They're so realistic. It's crazy. But I'd rather own those than like a retailer, like a brick and mortar retailer like GameStop. So that just concerns me a little bit when it comes to long-term portfolio holds on a stock like GameStop. What do I think of the vaccine CEOs selling their shares on the vaccine release day? That was a planned 10b5 filing, so don't look too much into that. That was a planned 10b5 filing that was triggered by a share price. A 10b5 filing is a previously agreed upon sell schedule between an insider and the SEC. What about airline stocks? Airline stocks are going to be similar to it's the reopening trade. So the airline stocks are going to get a boost every time you get this vaccine news, but then I think it's fadeable. Okay, we'll go to the charts. So like United Airlines. Okay. So here we go, right? So Monday we had the Pfizer vaccine news, right? Look at this big gap up. You're like, oh my God, big gap up. Everyone get long, get long, get long, get long. Then look what the airlines did the next couple of days. So now here we go, another big gap up today. Moderna news, get long, get long, get long, get long, get long. I think that's going to fade. And I think that gap up is going to fade there again. Okay, so the airline stocks, they will continue to see these pops when you get the vaccine news. Like if I take you guys to American Airlines, you'll see the same thing. You know, take you to Delta, you guys will see the same thing. You know, the cruise line stocks, you'll see the same thing. Okay, so here's Carnival Cruise. It was like, oh my God, the Pfizer vaccine, chase, everyone buy. And then the stock went from 20 all the way down to 15 in 3 days. Are you kidding me? How pissed are you if you bought the stock at 20 and 3 days later it's at 15? Okay. So, you know, again, today you get Moderna vaccine, buy. And I think it's going to be faded again. Okay. So these travel stocks, you're going to continue to get these pops on the vaccine news, but it's still a ways away, several quarters from now of earnings reports on these stocks before they start to get back to anything that remotely resembles pre-COVID levels. Okay. So I do think these are good areas, you know, for you guys to start buying these stocks. Like I bought United Airlines at like 24, 25, all the way back here. Okay. Right there is where I bought United Airlines. And I'm sitting nice on this. I mean, you know, the stock's now at 40. Okay. But I would just be very careful chasing these stocks higher. There is no need for you to buy the airlines or the cruise lines on days that they gap up and trade higher, because those gap ups and moves higher will get faded over the next couple of months. Because, you know, yes, it's exciting that there's a vaccine, but that's not going to change the earnings for these companies over the next 1, at least 2, possibly even 3 quarters of subpar earnings and extended losses on these companies. So you don't have to worry about these stocks running away from you. I would wait for the stocks to give you pullbacks. And then if you want to own them long-term, you can go in and buy them, understanding that that money is going to probably underperform for you for the next 1 or 2 years until coronavirus is completely behind us. Then these companies can start to work their ways back to eventually maybe getting to a pre-COVID level. Yes, COVID is spiking. Yes. I think the whole world knows that COVID is spiking. Yes. Nah, nothing. Nothing on stimulus. We have nothing to talk about on stimulus. DoorDash IPO, I'm staying so far away from the DoorDash IPO. I want nothing to do with the DoorDash IPO. Literally nothing to do with the DoorDash IPO. DoorDash saw a massive spike in business because of COVID. Okay. Literally only because of COVID. Okay. That company is now just taking advantage of a phenomenal Q2 of earnings because they were actually able to start to actually make some money because of COVID. They saw a massive increase in revenue because of COVID. Once COVID is no more, not a chance in hell DoorDash is able to maintain that growth. No way. So I want nothing to do with DoorDash. I'm not going to buy DoorDash for COVID pricing and then deal with post-COVID revenue numbers. No way, no how. Want nothing to do with it. I'm staying far away from the DoorDash IPO. The Airbnb IPO, that's another one that originally I was saying that I was going to stay away from until I saw the valuation that they're talking about going public at. They're talking about going public at a $15 billion valuation, which is actually really, really low because pre-COVID, I saw valuations at $38 billion for Airbnb. So I was actually waiting to see what valuation Airbnb was going to go public at. And if they're talking 15 billion, that is more than a 50% haircut from the $38 billion valuation that we were hearing about pre-COVID. Okay. So at a $15 billion valuation, if that's where they actually do end up going public at, that's not bad at all. And I actually think that Airbnb is starting to evolve their business model nicely. So I'm impressed with how Airbnb, they got crushed, obviously, guys, with COVID. Airbnb got crushed, but I like what their management is doing. I like how they're kind of evolving, and I like how they're getting creative. And since they took that big of a haircut on their valuation, it could be a decent play if that's where they're going to be IPOing at. Everybody's asking me about Baba. Why did I just got a million questions about Baba? I mean, I talked about Baba earlier on the live stream. I don't know. I just got a million questions from Baba. Baba, guys, has a lot of support, down in the 230s. Okay, 230s, 240s. Massive sell-off here. There's concerns in China. With them regulating a lot of their technology companies, and that's what gave you the big sell-off in Baba over these last couple of weeks. You just never know what's going to happen in China. You really just never know what's going to happen in China. If Alibaba is left alone to just do what Alibaba wants to do, I think it's a good buy. But if the Chinese government steps in and starts to regulate them, it's not something that I would want to be involved in. I don't want to own anything that's really going to be controlled and heavily regulated more than they already are with the Chinese government. I mean, that's just not something. I'd much rather just keep my money over here in companies that do not operate under Chinese rule. Yes, Matt Enzor from Facebook. What's up, Matt? Says, was the boost today just due to vaccine hype? Yes. Literally, that's the only reason why. All right, guys. So what I want to do here right now, real quick, guys, I want to take some questions from some newbies. I want to take some questions from some beginners and some newbies, because I just really want people to understand. And I love doing these Q&As with you guys. I really, really do. I love doing these Q&As. I love when you guys ask me questions about some of these stocks and if I like these stocks long term, because it's important for you guys. It's important to talk about this stuff. Like, it's important for you guys to ask me these questions and to talk about these type of things, because when it comes to trading, like when you think about what's possible as a trader, we talk about obviously generating income and earning a living from trading and generating income and being your own boss and telling your boss to go screw one day, but then also being able to take that income and then invest it long term. A lot of people, it's sad that the overwhelming majority of people in the world, not even just America or Canada, in the world, do not invest, period. Never mind enough or start early enough. And it's a shame, because they're really missing out on tremendous wealth building opportunities. And I want all of you that are followers of the YouTube channel and or members of the TGD family and community, I want to make sure you guys are always prepared and educated enough to take advantage of these opportunities, and you guys know what to do with your money so that you can generate wealth over time, aside from earning income as an active trader, but then taking that income and knowing what to do with it and learning how to grow that money exponentially throughout the course of the rest of your life and make that money work for you is important. And there's not enough education out there that teaches that. So it is my absolute honor and pleasure to share this information with you guys and to answer these questions for you. And just like getting you guys into AMD in the 40s, getting you guys into ABBV in the 80s, like stuff like that really makes me feel good, knowing that I'm able to kind of help you guys. So I want to make sure you guys understand like what's possible when it comes to being a trader, and like generating income, but then also being able to take that income and then invest it long term. So I love that you guys ask me these questions, and it's fun for us to have these conversations. But what I want to do now is, anyone that is brand new, if you are a new trader, you've never traded before, you're brand new, you're just looking to get started, you don't really know what you're doing, and maybe you've been shy to ask questions in the past, I want you to take and ask me some questions now. If you're a brand newbie, okay, a lot of my questions that I've answered so far have been a little bit more novice or advanced or not for someone that's just starting out, that's a beginner. So I want you guys to make sure that this channel is, and True Trading Group in general, is for people that have never traded stock a day in their lives, and it's also for people that have been trading for over 20 years. We've got Morgan Stanley. We've got people that have been stockbrokers for over 20 years working at Morgan Stanley that are part of TTG. We got licensed financial professionals, stockbrokers, financial analysts from US, from Canada. We've got a money manager that lives in Australia and manages money for 50 different high net worth individuals, but then that are members of True Trading Group. But then we also have people that have never traded stock a day in their lives. So if you are a newbie, okay, don't be shy. Don't think your question is stupid or silly. Okay, if you have a question, believe me, everyone on this live stream had that same question at one point. And I've been doing this for 16 years, but I also had a day one. Don't forget that. So don't feel shy. Okay, Quasi says, I am new. What is the smallest amount safe to start with? The smallest amount you can start with is like 500 bucks. Okay, smallest amount you can start with is 500 bucks. That's like the minimum to open up an account at a lot of these brokerage firms. So I would say 500 bucks is the absolute minimum. But, you know, if you can swing a couple thousand to get started, I think that's a good place to start. Nice. Way to go. Jeffrey Wu says he just started his trial today and then caught a nice trade on CBAT. Nice job, man. Okay, Jim Robinson says, I'm 19-year-old working college student with decent savings. Aside from joining TTG, how do I get started trading? Okay, so how do you get started? You're gonna have to open up a brokerage account first. That's the first thing you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to fund that brokerage account. But I do not recommend, Jim, I do not recommend that you just start trading without knowing what you're doing, man. You know, I know you said aside from joining TTG, what do you do to get started? You have to get an education first. Do not just start putting your money, and this goes for all of you that are brand new traders. I'm speaking to all of you newbies right here, right now. Do not just dump money into a brokerage account and just start trading. Okay, please, please, please get an education first. I don't even care if you get your education from me. Just make sure you get a real education from someone that has actually done this professionally. Do not get this from someone who just like figured this out in their mother's basement or claims to have like this special little gimmick. No, make sure you know the background of the person that you're learning from. Like I said, I don't care if you guys learn from me or not, but if you're a newbie, I don't want to see you guys go and start trading before you know what you're doing. The biggest mistake that beginner traders make is they start trading with real money before they have any idea what they're doing. Okay, of course you're going to lose money. You have no idea what you're doing. Okay, of course you're going to lose money. You have to get an education first, then start trading with real money. Why are so many people against Robinhood? Because their platform absolutely sucks. Robinhood was great when they were the only firm that offered zero commission trades. Now everyone offers zero commission trades. So there is no reason whatsoever for you to have an account with Robinhood when you have E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, all offer $0 commission trades. Robinhood, their execution sucks. Their platform's constantly crashing. It's, you know, their customer service is trash. You know, I think E-Trade, Thinkorswim, miles and miles and miles better than Robinhood. Yeah, Webull is good for a newbie. Webull is good for a newbie. Tina Conway, what platform do you recommend for newbies? Like I said, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, any one of those guys. If you're not in the US, Interactive Brokers is good too. If you're not in the US, but like E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, they've got a great platform. It's user friendly. They have a lot of resources and tools. Their customer service is excellent. You know, and they've $0 fees to trade. So, you know, I say you go with those. Donnie says, so while we're taking your course, we shouldn't trade. Listen, while you're taking listen, I recommend if you've never traded before, Donnie, then yeah, I recommend you go through the courses before you start trading, because even if you're trying to follow my trades, if you don't know how to place the orders, okay, you run the risk of screwing something up and like placing the wrong order or forgetting to set a stop loss or, you know, going to take profit and you accidentally buy more. Like it's not worth, it's like, no, learn what to do first, like understand how to trade, understand how to place orders, and understand what I'm saying to you. Like when I say to you guys, okay, I'm buying here, I break down, I'm like, okay, initial morning high, lines up with 38.2 fib, trade lines coming up to crossover VWAP. I'm looking for an extension move. I'm going to take profits at the high, and then I'm going to take profits once we get through the high. Watch that 200-day moving average. Like when I say stuff like that to you guys in chat, I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. You know, I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. So if you've never traded before, then yeah, I would say don't trade with real money until you go through the courses. If you have traded before and you're familiar with that stuff already, then okay, fine. You want to follow my trades while you're going through the courses, that's totally fine. James, I don't know. I don't use TC2000 for a brokerage. So I use TC2000 just for my charts. I trade with Lightspeed. You could trade with TC2000 if you want, because they're linked with Interactive Brokers. So you can actually trade with them, but I don't know anything about the brokerage because I've never traded through TC2000. I use it for charting only. Rowan Quachitum says, so how do I get to practice trading without real money? So we have a simulator with GTG. So when you sign up to True Trading Group, we actually have a simulator with real-time data. You can trade stocks and options with fake money right on our website. We have a simulator. Jacob Lentini, I'll just show you guys. I'll show you what my services are. Okay, so here's what I pay for with TC2000. I've got the gold plan. Okay, that's plenty. You do not need the platinum plan. That's $300 for the year. And then my monthly fees are $15 for the US real-time stock data, $10 for the real-time index data, $2 for real-time Dow Jones indexes and watch lists, and then $50 a month for the live briefs on MT Newswires. Okay, so I pay $300 for the year, and then 15, 10, 2, and 50 per month are the fees that I pay with TC2000. I'll just leave this up there if you guys want to like take a screenshot or something just to see what services that I pay for with TC2000. I'll leave it there for just a couple more seconds. All right, cool. Poker God says, how does a cash account work? A cash account works, you can only trade with the cash that is available in your account plus T+2 days for your cash to settle once you use it. So if you have $5,000 in your account and you put $1,000 into a trade and then you sell it, it's going to take the trade plus 2 days for that cash to settle for you to use that $1,000 again, which means you will only be able to trade with $4,000 until that $1,000 clears. Let's say you trade with another $1,000, and then now all of a sudden you will have $3,000 to trade with until that other $2,000 clears, and you can start to trade it again. A margin account works where if you have, let's say, $5,000, your broker will give you probably 4 times leverage. So you'll be able to trade with $20,000 in buying power, but you will be restricted to the pattern day trading rule if you do not have more than $25,000 in the account, which means you can only make 3 day trades in a rolling 5-day period. So if you buy a stock and sell a stock today, you can only do that 3 times in a 5-day period. Okay. All right, guys. So guys, listen up. For those of you that are brand new and you guys are looking to kind of get started, you're looking for somewhere to kind of start to dip your feet in the water, or dip your toes in the water and look to kind of get things started. We do have a 7-day trial with True Trading Group. This goes for anybody, honestly, that's on the stream right now. If you guys have been considering joining True Trading Group and you want to see, like, is TTG right for me? We have a 7-day trial that you guys can get access to for a one-time payment of just $3. Okay, it's not reoccurring. It's one payment of $3. Get you 7 days of access to True Trading Group. What you guys actually get is 7 days access to our member dashboard, which gives you access to our stock profile tool. This is unlimited for any stock. You can type in 100 different ticker symbols. You get a downloadable PDF report with general info, SEC filings, news, insider transactions, as well as cumulative analyst ratings for that particular stock. That's our stock profile tool. You guys get that. You also get our daily premium watch list. Okay, every day between 8:30 and 9 a.m. Eastern time, our watch list is loaded. Those are the stocks we're watching on the day, the game plan, what we think those stocks are going to do. Big difference between a watch list and a trade alert, though. A watch list is what we're watching. A trade alert means we've actually bought or sold a particular stock. Okay, you guys get that. You also get 3 sample courses. Okay, you get 3 sample courses. These are shorter, less detailed than the regular courses in our TGD curriculum. But even with that said, they're guaranteed to make you guys better traders. 3 courses, multiple chapters in each course, multiple lessons in each chapter, guaranteed to make you guys better traders. And then, of course, you get, in addition, 3 days of access to the TGG trading chat room, where you guys can receive real-time trade alerts. You can ask myself, the other pro moderators, you can ask us questions, get a feel for our chat room. It's important to remember also, guys, that we do have a mobile app that will allow you to be in our chat room on your mobile device, but that's for full-time TeachD members only. If you are a member of our trial program, you do not have access to the mobile app. Okay, so you will be able to receive trade alerts by actually being in chat. Okay, by being in chat. And remember, guys, the chat room is like 30% of what we offer in TTG, where we're not just an alert service. Okay, we're a platform with premium services, resources, and tools for members, as well as with education. So remember, guys, it's a one-time payment. It's not reoccurring. It's just $3. It's a cup of coffee, literally. It's a cup of coffee. All right. So if you guys are serious, I want you guys to go to TTGTHREE.com, and that you guys can sign up for the 7-day trial. See if True Trading Group is right for you. Get a feel for what it's like to be part of the TGD fam. All right. Oh, John Gallardi. John Gallardi says, I started my trial this morning. I liked it so much, I upgraded to a full account after 1 day. That's awesome. That's incredible. Dan Mann says, is TGD worth it if I can't day trade more than 3 times in 5 business days until 25K? Guys, my TTG family members, if you are a member of True Trading Group, Dan Mann wants to know, is TTG worth it if he can't day trade more than 3 times in 5 business days until he reaches 25K? Dan, instead of me answering the question for you, I'm going to have all my TTG members that are currently members that have less than $25,000 in their account. If you're a TTG member with less than 25K in your account, answer that question for Dan Mann. Is it worth it, even if he still has less than 25K in his account? Dan, pay attention in chat right now. I'm going to let my members answer that question for you. All right. So like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in that 7-day trial, the URL right there at the bottom of the screen, www.ttgthree.com. One-time payment, $3. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time if you want, but you're under no obligation to do so. With that said, let's get down to the lessons of the day. Today's lessons, guys, we're going to be talking about patience, discipline, okay, controlling greed, focusing, okay, quality of setup selection. We're going to be focused on all of these things, guys. We're going to focus on all of these things here today on this live stream. But before I do get things started and before I dive into the lessons of the day, I want you guys to smash that like button for me right here, right now. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, it shows me how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort that I put into all of these live streams for you. I do this so you can become more consistently profitable traders. I do this so you can reach your goals of financial freedom. And I do this so you can take control and stand on your own 2 feet when it comes to your financial future. Okay, so show me how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort that I put into this stuff. Oh, Chef Daddy Florida, my man. Chef Daddy says, guys, I lost my job in August. Since then, TTG has led the way, and my wife is happy. God bless the knowledge and education from TTG. Chef Daddy, you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, brother. All right, guys. So listen, guys, for those of you that are interested in the trial, I'm going to leave this up here pinned on the screen once I go through my lessons. So for those of you that want to join the 7-day trial, you can. The URL is right there at the bottom of the screen. Now, let's get down to the lessons. Before I get to the charts and I review my HPR trade, 2 trades on HPR, 6% gains each, and then my GP trade, again, another 6% gain. So I was 3 for 3 today, 6% gains on the 3 of them, but I only got the profit target 1 on my HPR trades. I did get profit targets 2 off, and then I sold out my last piece for also a nice profit on GP. But again, I didn't get a lot of really big follow through on either one of these plays. So today was all about taking what the market gives me, not being greedy, and the importance of sticking to your game plan. The reason why it is so important to stick to your game plan. Before you pull the trigger on any trade, you guys have to understand, you need to know 4 things before you pull the trigger on any trade. If you cannot answer these 4 things, you cannot enter that trade. First, where's your stop loss? Where's profit target 1, profit target 2, profit target 3? You need to know those 4 things before you enter a trade. The reason why it is so important that you know those 4 things before you enter a trade is because as a trader, we need to do everything in our power to remove the emotional aspect from trading. You cannot make decisions based on emotions. When you make decisions based on emotions, you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you lose money. We don't like losing money. So therefore, we have to control our emotions. The best way for you to do that is to have a game plan and become robotic with your game plan. Okay, that can help you remove the emotions from trading. Because if you say to yourself, I'm going to buy the stock at $5, I'm going to stop out at my stop loss is $4.50. My take profits are $5.50, $6, and $6.75. If that's your game plan, it makes it easier now for when the stock goes to 520, drops to 475, back to 530, back to 490, back to 520, 510, 530, 480, 510, 430, 530. Okay, it makes it easier for you to sit there comfortably, calmly, and not allow greed or fear take over control of your decision making because you have a game plan. You're going to stop out at 450, or you're going to take profits at 550, and then you'll take profits again at 6, and you'll take profits again at 675. That's your game plan. You stick to that. If you were a computer, if I had an algorithm, right? If I plugged in a command to an algorithm and I said, hey, algorithm, buy the stock at 5, stop out at 450, take profits 556, 675. If that's what I programmed into my algorithm, that computer is not going to do a single thing unless those levels are reached. You need to be like that algorithm. You need to stick to that game plan. Okay. Now, specifically with this lesson, we're going to talk about greed and dealing with the greed aspect of trading and the emotional aspect of greed when it comes to trading. Because what will happen to a lot of traders, they'll say, okay, I'm buying the stock at 5. I'm going to take profits at 550. Let's say they buy the stock at 5. Within seconds, that stock shoots right to 550. Do you know what immediately starts to kick in that trader's mind? They say, ooh, wow, that stock just got to 550 so fast. This might go to 650. I'm not going to take any profit. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold. This is the one. This is the winner. This is it. That's your greed kicking in. I don't care if your profit target is reached in 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days. When your profit target is reached, you take profit. You act. I do not care how quickly or how aggressively, how violently, how calmly, how slowly, how violently, how volatile it does or does not get to that level. When it gets to that level, you act. Because want to know why? The computer algorithm would act. If you buy a stock and it immediately jumps to 550, you automatically get this false sense of achievement because you're like, ooh, I'm up money. Therefore, I must be right. So therefore, I'm going to hold until 650. I'm not going to take profit. I'm going to get the most. I'm going to get the most out of this trade. I'm not going to take profit. That is your greed stepping in. The second that you do that, that's when you start to allow winning trades to turn into losing trades, because as quickly as that stock got to 550, it goes right back to $5. And now you're kicking yourself in the ass because you didn't take any profit off the table at 550. The stock actually reverses course, goes down to 450. You stop out and you just now have a red trade when you could have actually pulled yourself out, at least break even, possibly even with a little bit of profit. But you're not, because you allowed greed to affect your decision making. Now that lesson specifically applies to me today, because I got to my first take profit on HPR, not once, but twice. On two separate occasions, I bought HPR and it got to my first profit target and I sold 25% of my position. Both times. And both times we never got to profit target 2. The stock reversed, it failed, it pulled in, and I ended up selling out of the rest of my position at break even. So now I'm walking away from both of those trades with profit. Small profit. It's a single. I only took profit on 25% of my position. The rest was basically break even, up like a couple of cents. Like literally I made like 7 or 8 cents on the rest of my position. Nothing, basically break even, right? But 25% of my position, I was able to pull out like 50, 60 cents a share. Okay. So you're like, okay, nice little trade there. And the trade ended up failing. So you're talking about a trade that got to my first target and then reversed. And I'm still able to walk away with a profit because I'm sticking to my game plan. And had I not identified those 4 levels before I pulled the trigger, I wouldn't be able to make that distinction. And it would be harder for me to control my emotions and not make a decision based on greed. Now, a lot of traders are going to say to themselves, this is where greed and FOMO starts to kick in, because you catch like when you see one of those stocks like SPI or Kodak or U1 or one of those like big short squeeze runners, and everyone just thinks that like, oh, this is going to be the stock that just runs forever. Well, 99% of the time, it's not going to be the stock that's going to be that all-day runner. It's going to be the stock that gets to 1, 2, maybe 3 profit targets and then reverses or consolidates and settles in. And if you're not taking profits at those levels and you're just holding on to every trade thinking it's going to be that massive short squeeze, you're going to consistently lose money. Okay, you are going to consistently lose money. So the lesson I want you guys to take from this trade or from this live stream is to not be greedy. You have to stick to your game plan. It is so important that you do not trade with your emotions. I cannot stress this enough. I teach all of our Teach Team members to control your emotions, and we call ourselves be sniper trading robots. That's what we call ourselves in TTG, sniper trading robots. If you don't get it, tough. That's my TTG fan. We're sniper trading robots. So you guys have to be able to remove your emotions from trading. Okay. Very important aspect that I want you guys to take away from this live stream specifically. Okay. Now let's get to the charts. I want to break you guys down the trades here on the day. We'll start with HPR. That's the first trade of the day. HPR had a nice gap up today. Recent split. Was on the watch list. I thought the stock had some potential today, and it did. It gave you a nice move late in the day, but I did not catch that move. So that was the best move the stock made all day, and it was right before the close. I did not trade that. The trades that I caught, okay, were that and that. Okay. Now, as you can see on both of these trades, okay, the stock reversed. Okay. As you can see on both of these trades, the stock reversed away from, okay, my entries. So you can see failed, right? And then you'll see again, failed. Okay. So I end up stopping out of both of those trades, but my first profit target was reached on both. Okay. So again, that's what we're going to focus on here on this live stream. Okay. We're going to focus on taking my first piece of profit off the table. And I'll start with HPR today, halting. Okay, right there in the morning, we halted right below the initial morning high. We had a support level coming in here around VWAP. You also had the trade line that was sitting there. Obviously, the trade line is curled down now because the data affecting the trade line now has played itself out. But prior to this price action being put in, the trade line was also sitting right here underneath VWAP. And I said, coming out of that halt, if that level holds, I'm going to get long. This was a quick little trade. Again, this is what I'm saying, how I don't care if your profit target is reached in 3 seconds, 3 minutes, 3 hours, or 3 days. You take profits when your targets are reached. So coming right out of the halt, we held that VWAP area, and I got long HPR right there in front of VWAP. We shot right up through the high of the day, and my first piece of profit came off the table. Okay, so I got long HPR at 588, and my first take profit came off the table at 625. Okay, so there's my first take profit. My second take profit, I was looking for us to get up all the way up towards 7, and that would have been my second take profit. But as you can see, we never got to 7. The stock rejected, very high volume rejection on that failed new high. That is a sign of weakness, and I immediately bailed on the rest of that position right there. Okay, so I'm long at 588. I sold 25% of my position at 625. And I got flat at 591. Nothing to write home about by any stretch of the imagination. A small profit on the day, but nonetheless, a profit on this trade when you can see the stock clearly failed and went all the way back down to test the low of the day. Now, I was not holding this all the way down to the low of the day, so I would have gotten stopped out of the rest of that position. And had I not taken any profit off when my first target was reached, I would have walked away from this trade with a loss rather than walking away from this trade with a small profit. These type of things will make a world of difference in your P&L. Think about what I'm saying to you. Okay. I was able to take some profit off the table. If you do not, and you just hold on to this position and then you get stopped out down here, you are taking a sizable loss. Meanwhile, I'm walking away from the exact same trade with a small profit. Now, how is it that two traders can make the exact same trade? One can lose money, one can make money, because one is trading like a computer and without emotions and is sticking to their game plan when their targets are reached. The other is trading with emotions, and they see the stock come out of the halt. They see that it breaks right through the high of the day. They think this is going to be the massive short squeeze. I'm not going to take any profit. And then they don't, and they get completely dumped on. Okay, because you are trading with your emotions and you're trading with greed. So that's why I'm walking away with a slight profit. Other traders are walking away net negative on this trade, while I am net positive. This will make a world of difference in your P&L. This will make a world of difference also in your win rate. Okay, this is very important that you guys get this part of trading down and sticking to your game plans and not trading with your emotions. Now let's get to my second trade on HPR. Here's my second trade on HPR. Okay, my second trade on HPR, there's your high of the day. We ran up and tested the high of the day with our very first trade line view up crossover of the day. So you guys can see this teal line on my screen. That's the trade line. We crossed over view up for the very first time, and we got a nice increase in volume. As we pulled back into that trade line, I got long right in front of that trade line. There I'm long at $6.05. Okay, so right there, I'm long at $6.05, looking for a push up to break through highs and give me an afternoon short squeeze. So we push up, we get right to the high of the day, which is my first take profit target. So again, right there, guys, 25% of my position comes off the table again. Now, this time I'm long at 605, and I took 25% of my position off the table at $6.42 as we got to the high of the day, which was 650. That's my first take profit target. My second take profit target would have been a squeeze move up here towards 7. As you can see, we did not get that squeeze move up towards 7. In fact, the stock completely failed at that new high and pulled all the way back down towards VWAP, and I ended exiting, okay, the rest of my position right there at $6.10. So again, I'm long at 605. I took 25% off at 642, and I got flat at 610. So now, once again, a trade where I did not get my follow through that I was looking for, but I'm still walking away with a profit on the trade. If you are not taking any profit off the table here because you think this is going to be the massive short squeeze, you're going to hold on to the whole position, and you get stopped out on that failed new high, you are walking away from that trade net negative. Well, I am walking away net positive. Again, another example where do not be greedy, stick to your game plan. When your profit targets are reached, you act. I don't care how fast or how slow those profit targets are reached. You stick to your game plan. You remove the emotional aspect from your decision making. You learn to trade like a computer. Okay? Stick to your levels. Leave your emotions out of the trade. Stop looking at trading as make money, lose money, and start looking at trading as follow my game plan, deviate from my game plan. Make good trade execution, poor trade execution. Okay, stop looking at it as make money, lose money. Because when you start to look at the money aspect, that's when your greed starts to step in, and that's when your fear starts to step in. Stick to your game plan, follow those levels. Trade like a computer. Okay. All right. So that is HPR. Does anybody, real quick, before I move on to my GP trade, does anybody have any questions about that HPR, both of those HPR trades? Does anybody have any questions? Nick Roy, the examples I just gave you were day trades. Okay, TTG is not strictly day trading. We day trade, we also swing trade. We trade stocks, we also trade options. Just this example that I just gave you was a day trade, yes. Is it, Mike, is it normal for a stock to be active at the end of the day like that? Yeah, if you have shorts that don't want to hold their position overnight, you'll see them cover right before the bell. Nice. Ricky Jennings, my man, says, since joining TTG, I've become a 10 times better trader, especially being robotic and sticking to my stop losses without a blink of an eye. Ricky Jennings, music to my ears, brother. Music to my ears. Kari says, do you spend most of your time focusing on 3-minute candles? I use multiple time frame charts. I do not use 1-minute candles. So I use 3-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, hourly, daily, and weekly. Those are the chart candles that I use. T Boogie says, Mike, what kind of orders do you use to get into trades, limit orders or stop orders? So I use market orders or limit orders to get into my trades. It depends on the trade itself, depends on the setup, depends on the volatility. If I'm going to use a market or limit order, but I use market and limit orders to get into my trades. Susie Laurie, 4 weeks today as a member, just made back her membership. Susie, great job. McPhee says, Mike, do gaps always have to fill? No, gaps do not always have to fill. They do not always have to fill. They do not. All right. All right, guys. So if there's no more questions on the HPR trade specifically, let's now get into GP. GP was actually where I made the bulk of my money today. Like I said, those HPR trades were tiny, tiny profits, but I made some good change here on GP. Okay. So GP, Green Power Motor Company, breakout day today on the daily chart. Big volume day. We got over a little pivot resistance area that we had here around 1375 or so, gapped above it, extended higher. I felt like we had room up here towards 18. And I was looking for us to get some follow through on this move here today. I liked the setup here in the morning. What I want to point out to you guys is this prior high. Okay. This prior high. You see the trade line comes in, holds the stock up, pushes us through, gives you a trade line VWAP crossover, pushes you through the high of the day. And we got a strong increase in volume on that break through the high of the day, on that trade line VWAP cross confirmation, and we got this follow through move. So now that we see this, okay, you see strong increase in volume as we break through the high of the day. You got the trade line VWAP crossover. So I'm saying to myself now, there's a high chance, a high probability now that this prior high of 15 starts to act as an area of support. Okay, remember, the heavier the volume on the break through a prior high, the greater the chance that prior high starts to act as an area of support. Okay, now on this pullback, right down into that prior high, and you see VWAP sitting right here. Right there on that pullback is where I got long. Right there is where I got long GP. I'm long GP at $15.73. Okay, right there in front of that VWAP on that pullback. That's where I went ahead and got long. And you can see this was actually a little bit of a tough hold. You can see we briefly violated that prior high. Okay, we briefly violated that prior high. I gave this stock a little bit more room on this pullback because the volume on this pullback, okay, that volume was so insanely light. Okay, that volume was so insanely light compared to the volume that came in on the break through that high that I said this level has a very high chance of holding. That volume was super light on that pullback. So I hung in there. I actually held on to this trade. I was probably maybe 30 seconds to a minute away from stopping out. If this stock did this, I'm out. If that stock did that, I'm out. I'm not kidding. I'm out right there if that stock did that. Okay. So we pulled in and then we kind of very quickly bounced back. You see, we bounced right back above that level. And I said, okay, there's my support, that $15 area now held. Now I'm going to hold on to this position. We're going to see what kind of follow through, what kind of moves that I can get out of this play. Now, guys, I bought this stock at 10:33 a.m. Okay. At 10:33 a.m. is when I bought this stock at 1573. My first take profit did not come off the table until 1:38 in the afternoon, right there. Okay. So right there is my first take profit. Okay. Right in front of the high of the day, which was my first take profit. Okay. I tried to take 25% of my position off right there in front of the high of the day in the morning, but I did not get my fill. And then later on in the day, that level, still my profit target, right? I'm sticking to my game plan. So again, I tried to get my first piece of profit off the table in front of the high of the day right there, but I did not get filled. I did not get filled. So what does that mean? Do I chase the stock down? Do I start selling stock down here? No, because that's not my game plan. I stuck to my game plan. My first take profit remains my first take profit. My stop loss remains my stop loss. And you'll see this level ends up holding and my stop loss does not trigger. We work our way back up. Hours later after my entry, we get right back up into my take profit target. And that's where I peel profits off the table at $16.32 at 1:38 in the afternoon. Then at 2:54, I'm sorry, what is this? 3:32 p.m. 3:32 p.m. Okay. Now, again, you can see we push higher. We don't quite get to my profit target. We pull back in, and now we're just kind of consolidating in no man's land. Am I panicking out of my position, or am I sticking to my profit targets? I'm sticking to my profit targets. We make our way up here later in the day, and then bang, another piece of profit comes off the table there at 1656. And then right before the close, my final take profit comes off the table right up at the high of the day at 1672. And then you can see we traded a little bit higher here after hours. We traded all the way up to 1740. So again, there's my entry at 1573. First take, second take, final take to close out the day. And this one I actually made a decent chunk of change on because I was getting some follow through and some extension. It was not an easy hold. I held on to this stock the entire day. I bought it at 10:30 in the morning. I sold my last piece at like 3:58 p.m. Okay, so 2 minutes before the close. So as you guys can see, I'm not a scalper. It's very easy for you guys to follow my trades. I hold on to my trades for several hours. So it's easy for you guys to follow along with my trades if you guys like. Okay, but that's what I wanted to point out to you guys, sticking to my game plan on these trades and sticking to my profit targets level and just having the patience to wait for these setups. It's important for you guys to understand, okay, today was a slower day. All right. I was not seeing a lot. I was just waiting for some good setups, taking what the market gives me, not being greedy. When my profit targets are met, I'm taking profits off the table. I'm taking what the market gives me, not being greedy. And you guys also have to remember, on slower days, you have to have the discipline to sit on your hands. I know as traders, we all want the big runs. We all want the sexy trades. We all want the volatility. We all want listen, when I go to Six Flags, I don't want to go on the merry-go-round. I want to go on the roller coaster that goes upside down 3 times. That's all of us as traders. We all want the action, right? But sometimes you're going to do yourself more damage trying to force that action if it's not there, and trying to force a square peg into a round hole. It's not going to work. You've got to have the discipline to allow yourself to be bored on slower days. And this is a line I say to all my TTG members: I'd rather be bored than lose money. So when there's not a lot of action out there, do not allow yourself to get sucked into poor quality setups. Stay patient, stay disciplined, and always remember, I'd rather be bored than lose money. And if you allow yourself to get sucked into poor quality setups on slower days, much higher chance of you losing money, because the quality of those setups are lower. So therefore, they have a higher chance of probability of failing. And therefore, you're going to get stopped out and you're going to lose money on those trades. Okay, so do not allow yourself to get beat up on slow days. Have the discipline and patience to wait for setups. And if there aren't any, guys, the beauty about the stock market is it's not going anywhere. It's always open tomorrow. Okay, it's always open tomorrow. All right, so keep that in mind for those of you for those of you that are struggling with that, for those of you that are over trading. Okay. Now, NIO tomorrow reports earnings. Let's talk about that real quick. NIO reports earnings tomorrow. Okay, so I kind of talked about this already. NIO traded higher here after hours. Nice strong candle gets put in here tomorrow. I'm expecting the stock to trade higher going into the earnings, and then I will be looking for a short opportunity. So I'm actually looking for NIO, XPEV, and LI actually all to make new highs. Okay, I'm actually expecting these stocks to actually give you one more squeeze and actually trade higher. Okay, I'm looking for these stocks to actually give you one more squeeze and trade higher and get anybody that shorted them on Friday and is holding. I want NIO to come out with bang blockbuster earnings and shoot these stocks all to all-time highs and squeeze all of those shorts out of these positions, give you one more move, give you an exhaustion gap up. Then I'm going to short them and I'm going to look for that momentum crack. And what I think you're going to see on this NIO, you probably see a trade higher tomorrow. You see us gap up. You see us gap up something like this. Give me an exhaustion gap, and then I'm going to attack the crap out of that thing, and I'm going to look to short that thing all the way back down, okay, all the way back down into the 30s. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, guys, on NIO and all of these EV stocks. That goes for LI and that goes for XPEV. I have these stocks easy to borrow with Lightspeed, and I just think that NIO, it's a perfect buy the rumor, sell the news type of trade. And I'm not going to short it into earnings. I'm expecting the stock to trade higher after earnings. But then after that earnings gap extension and exhaustion, I will look to short them for the reversal. And if I catch a reversal like I did on Friday, that time I'm going to hold on to that position, because then I think you get a 2 or 3 day pullback, not just a 1 day pullback, which is what we saw on Friday. Now let's talk about Tesla. Tesla, with the news about being added to the S&P 500, major resistance level up here on Tesla at 465. Okay, major resistance level up here on Tesla at 465. Okay, major resistance. We have to break through that level. If it gets through that level, it should go right to 500 and test that all-time high. I, for one, think that Tesla will go back up and test 500. If we have a consolidation day tomorrow, I think that can give you a beautiful chance to actually get long the stock and look for a move up to 500. I do think Tesla will get up and test 500 as people step in and have to buy the stock now that it's being added to the S&P. Okay. All good? All good in the hood? All right, guys. So that's kind of my thought process there. You guys got to make sure that you're in chat with us. That NIO, they have earnings tomorrow after the bell. So we're going to see, I'm expecting the stocks maybe to trade higher going into the earnings tomorrow. And then when you have the big gap up, obviously Wednesday's the day. Wednesday's the day. My sole focus is going to be NIO, LI, XPEV. You guys got to make sure that you're in chat trading those EV stocks with me. I crushed them on Friday. I plan on crushing them again on Wednesday. So you guys got to make sure that you are in chat to see how we're going to be profiting from those moves. I expect those moves to be big and volatile. And with big volatile moves, that's endless amounts of opportunity for us. All right. That's endless amounts of opportunity for us. So you guys got to make sure that you are in chat trading those stocks with me. Now, guys, I want everyone, if you still have not done so, smash that like button for me. If you guys felt like this was helpful. Okay, guys, smash that like button for me. If you guys enjoyed this live stream or are enjoying this live stream, I should say, we are not done yet, folks. Smash that like button. Let me know how much you guys appreciate this live stream. I want to see if we can get up to 500 likes on this video. Like I said, guys, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and it shows me how much you guys appreciate this. All right, and you guys show me how much it helps you guys answer your questions and give you guys some golden nuggets of free information like this. So let me know how much you guys appreciate it. All right. Now, with that being said, how many, let's do a little roll call. Folks, if you are not a member of True Trading Group, go ahead and type the letters TTG in chat right here, right now. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, I want to know. Type the letters TTG in chat right now. All right, we have Ali, WM, Magnavox, Jasmine, Gary, Eduardo, Nick Roy, Matthew, N. Wills, Rod, Shields. Nah, Rod, you're a TG3 member, man. I saw you in chat today. Shields, Donnie, Supreme, Carl, John, Joel, Amy Joe, Steven, Snook, Mark, Blake, Chi Towns, Jim Robinson, Peter, Rich, Yo-Yo, Mike Havis, my boy, man. What's up, Mike? Michael Rugnetta, Ann Ty, Felicia, what's up? Beautiful, guys. Yeah, Rod, I saw you today, man. I saw you, Rod. You were active today, brother. Welcome to the trial. I saw you were active. I see you on the lives all the time, man. I'm glad you joined us for the trial. I saw you were active today in chat, man. Take advantage of your time in chat. Learn. See what it's like to be part of the TeachD family, okay? All right, so I see we have a lot of non-TeachD members that are joining us here tonight on the live. Welcome to all of you that are brand new. Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. I'm always doing lives. I give you guys a bunch of free information. Now, if you are part of our trial membership, I had up on the screen before our 7-day trial. If you guys are a member of that 7-day trial, I want you guys to type the number 3 in chat right now. If you're part of our 7-day trial, type the number 3 in chat here right now. All right, we got Peter, Stephen Wilbur. What's good, my man? Chavalis, what's up? Tony, Shakawat. No, Sal Rizzo. The 7-day trial is in our chat room. It's the TeachD platform. It's not Discord. It's our own proprietary chat software. How do I join my brother? All right, so we have a bunch of TeachD3 trial members that are here. Yep, Sal, no problem. Mike Whitley saying, how do I join my brother? So guys, let me just, let me get into that real quick. So how do you guys join? Okay, so how do you join the trial membership? 2 things. Okay, first I'm going to ask you a big 2-part question for all of you that are not TeachD members. If you guys are not part of the trial, 2 questions. Okay, two-part question. Do you have $3? Okay. And is $3 worth finding out if TTG can help you succeed as a trader? Yes or no? Okay. Yes or no? Do you have $3? And is $3 worth finding out if True Trading Group can make you a successful trader? Yes or no? For those of you that typed TTG, yes or no in chat right now. All right. Yes, 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 yes. No doubt. Hell yes. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Risky trade. Yes, yes, yes. A bunch of yeses. Great. A bunch of yeses. Okay. Good. Because you guys have an opportunity right now to join our 7-day trial for just $3. It's literally $3. Okay. It is a one-time payment of $3. That's a candy bar. Think about that. It's a candy bar, and you can find out if True Trading Group can help make you a successful trader that could potentially change your life. I promise you, there's not a Snickers bar in the world that's going to change your life, but a 7-day trial to True Trading Group absolutely can. There's hundreds of people that are on this live stream right now that could attest to TTG changing their lives. My TTG members, those of you that are still on this live stream with me, has TTG helped change your life? Yes or no? If you're a TTG member, comment in chat. Let everybody know. If you guys want to join that 7-day trial and potentially change your life, you've got it right here at the bottom of your screen. Go to ttgthree.com. It's going to get you 7-day access to our TTG member dashboard. That gives you access to the stock profile tool, which is unlimited for however many stocks that you want to enter in. You get a downloadable PDF report with news, SEC filings, insider transaction, general info. It also gives you guys a compilation of all the analyst ratings for that particular stock. It can help you make your trading and investment decisions. You also will get access to our daily premium watch list. These are the list of stocks that we are watching. It tells you exactly what we're expecting those stocks to do and how we plan on profiting from that action. That's loaded every day on the dashboard between 8:30 a.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Eastern is our daily premium watch list. You're going to get that. You're also going to get 3 sample courses. These are 3 courses that are a little bit less detailed than the regular TGG curriculum, but nonetheless, I guarantee those courses are going to help make you a better trader. Okay, I guarantee it. I wrote those courses myself specifically for this trial membership, and I guarantee these 3 courses are going to make you guys a better trader just on those courses alone. Okay. You will also get 3 days access in our trading chat room. This is our daily trading chat room where you can receive real-time trade alerts. You can send questions to pro traders directly in chat. Okay, feel free to interact with other moderators. You will see our screen. We share our screen during the day. All the moderators, we share our screen. We're also live on the microphone telling you what we're buying, what we're selling, what we're seeing, what we expect to have happen. I tell you guys everything that we're doing before we actually do it. So when I bought HPR, when I bought GP today, I told everybody where I was buying before I actually bought it. Makes it very easy for you guys to follow along with what it is that we're trading in chat. Okay, so you guys get access to all of that as a TTG3 trial membership. You will also be able to view our trading history. Myself and the other moderators that call out trades in TTG, we are fully transparent here in TTG. We keep a record of all of our trades. Okay, you will be able to access that information, and you'll see that we are currently sporting a 78% win rate in our chat room, which means whenever myself or one of the other moderators in chat calls out a trade, it is a profitable one 78% of the time. Okay, so we're currently sporting a 78% win rate. You guys will have access to that chat room for 3 days when you guys join with the TTG3 trial membership. So again, if you guys want to join for that 7-day trial, go to ttgthree.com. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial, but are under no obligation to do so whatsoever. Okay, under no obligation. Guys, it's $3. What do you have to lose? Seriously. If you guys are serious about this, it's $3. You guys have nothing to lose. There's no excuse. If you guys are not willing to spend $3 to see if TGG can help change your life and help make you guys a better trader, then I'm sorry, but you're not serious about doing this, and TGG is probably not the place. It's probably not the place for you. So, WM Ward says, how much is a regular membership? Okay, and there's a lot of you that are asking about regular memberships. So what I will kind of share with you guys now is the difference between the trial membership and the regular membership. What do you guys actually get access to as a regular member of True Trading Group? Well, I'm glad you guys asked, because you're hearing a lot of people, okay, right now are going to be talking about Black Friday sales, Thanksgiving Day sales. Well, this is our version of our Black Friday sale, because you guys have the opportunity right now to get a 44% discount on a full membership with coupon code TTG1120. But let me explain to you guys what that comes with. That's daily access to our chat room. We open up at 7:30 a.m. We close at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. All the moderators share our screens. You actually have the option to toggle through which moderator's screen you want to view based on what stock or what option our moderator is trading. If you want to follow something that I'm trading, you can look at my screen. If you want to follow something that Jay Downing is trading, you can look at his screen. You want to follow something that Jason Simmons is talking about, you can look at his screen. You can choose whose screen you want to look at. We are all on the microphone talking to you live in real time, telling you exactly what we're doing, exactly what we're seeing. I tell you that I'm buying before I actually buy it. Okay, that is the key. There are no surprise alerts. I tell you what I'm doing every time before I actually do it. Okay. And again, we are sporting a 78% win rate in chat. You'll also be able to use our Benzinga Pro newsfeed. This is real-time breaking to the second news alerts right in our chat room. All right. We also have a squawk box feature where you can turn your speakers on. If you don't want to read the news headlines as they come across the wire, you can have the squawk box where someone reads them to you. Okay, and you can listen to the news headlines up to the second breaking news alerts. Okay, right from Benzinga's Pro newsfeed. Okay, that's included in our chat room. You will also be able to get access to our entire TGD curriculum. Now, listen up. Seriously, this is important. You get every single course when you sign up to True Trading Group. There are no upsells. It is pay one price, get access to everything. The courses that are on our website are a simplified version of the education I received when I worked at a hedge fund. For those of you that missed the beginning, or that you guys don't know who I am or my background or anything, I started my trading career working for a hedge fund right out of college. All right. I had to go through a 3-month educational training program before they let me trade $1 of their money. I've simplified that education. I've created the TTG curriculum. We've got beginner courses, beginner foundation stock trading, intro to options, advanced stock trading, advanced options, trader psychology, swing trading, how to trade during a market crash. You name it, we've got it. You get access to all of it. Okay, all of it. You will also get access to all of our resources and tools. I told you before, TTG, it's not just an alert service. It is a platform of premium resources and education and services for traders to give them the best chance of becoming consistently profitable. Some of our resources and tools include a trade simulator, which lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, with real-time level 1, real-time level 2, so you can practice implementing what you learn in the courses, practice implementing it on the simulator before you start trading with real money. You guys can also use our stock screener that lets you filter through thousands of stocks during the day, so you know what stocks are hot and where you need to be focusing your attention. What stocks do you need to be trading in order for you to profit on the day? The stock profile tool, which I told you about earlier. And you get over 75 hours of additional educational video content. That's in addition to all the courses. Okay, because myself, the other moderators, we always conduct workshops and webinars every month for our members. They're recorded. You get to go back and view all of those workshops and webinars. And then as a member, you can actually start to attend these workshops and webinars live. Ask questions, interact with members, interact with the moderator. You guys can ask questions. And anyone that signs up with coupon code TTG1120 tonight, that's before midnight. You've got less than 2 hours. You have an hour and 45 minutes to do this, to get a free one-on-one mentor session with one of our moderators. That is a 1 hour, one-on-one mentor session to talk about your questions, your topics, review your trading, go over your strengths, your weaknesses, and where we can make improvements and changes to help improve your P&L. That's included when you guys sign up with coupon code TTG1120. You will also be able to use our TradingView Pro charting software, okay, that is now available on our website. In addition, anything we come out with in the future, automatically included. We are the Netflix of trading communities, guys. So if we come out with a course or a new resource or tool next month, it's automatically included. There is no upsell ever into Trading Group. When you guys sign up, you get access to everything as a full-time member. Okay. So again, to summarize a little bit here for what you guys are getting access to, we are TTG. We take the top premium trading tools and products and we bundle them together as part of your TTG membership. Okay, all those tools and resources are the same tools and resources that some of the most successful traders in the world use on a daily basis. We package them together for you, all of them included in your membership. Okay, that Benzinga Pro, Pro News, the real-time function, the Squawk Box, the quote streams, real-time level 1, full book level 2, as well as real-time options data. You guys will be able to use the Trade Ideas real-time scanner streams live in our chat room. That's going to be starting actually this week. All right. And then also our TradingView Pro charting software. All of this you guys get access to, as well as minimum easy to follow, 10 easy to follow, actionable, real trade alerts from a community of pro traders that currently sports a 78% win rate. The 15 courses, these are 15 professional courses designed by myself. Okay. Guys, 2008, I won a Trader of the Year award. I'm a former award-winning hedge fund trader. I wrote those courses myself. That you are getting a professional education. There's no gimmicks here. There's no BS. There's no special secret. This is hardcore professional education that if you got hired at a hedge fund tomorrow and had to go through their training, this is the stuff that you would learn. That's what you are getting access to. Plus the 75 hours of recorded webinars and workshops, live events, the ability to attend any of our live workshops and webinars. We just did a red to green workshop, okay, because we leave no trader behind, okay? 80% of our TTG members are actually making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in 6 months, okay? Yes, 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in the first 6 months of their membership. Of that 30% are doing it in the first 30 days, okay? That's a stat that we've surveyed from our members in chat, and that's how we come up with this statistic. That's the number. 80% of them are making 7 to 10 times their fee back in 6 months. Okay, 80% of them. But that means that there's 20% of them that have not done that, and we leave no trader behind when it comes to TTG. And that's why we do these red to green workshops that are specifically for any traders that are still struggling, where we can help turn them around and get their P&L headed back in the right direction. We just conducted a red to green workshop just the other day. And then on November 28th, we have our third Trader Palooza event. Okay. For those of you that do not know what Trader Palooza is, okay, this is an all day long virtual trading workshop where we send out an itinerary. Myself, the other moderators, we go through 1 hour workshops every hour on the hour, the entire day. Okay. It's a 12-hour long workshop. Every single hour on the hour, we conduct different workshops on different topics, and you as a member can log in and log out based on the itinerary in your schedule. You don't have to stay there for the whole thing. You get an itinerary. You say, okay, well, at 10 o'clock, Michael Edward is doing this topic. I want to attend that. You log in, and then when I'm done, you log out. Maybe you say, okay, at 2 o'clock, Jason Spetafor, the Wolf, he's doing this topic. I'm going to log in for that. And you can go and log in based on what you guys want to attend. That's our Trader Palooza event. That's on November 28th. That's for full-time THD members only. You get access to that when you sign up with coupon code THD1120. Okay. Guys, just recapping, like, you guys have access to me and access to all of our mods. In our chat room, you can send us direct messages. Take advantage of that feature. You can ask me a question in chat. Hey, Mike, what do you think about this stock? I'll tell you. Just like you guys all ask me now. Hey, Mike, what do you think about Tesla? What do you think about NIO? What do you think about this? What do you think about Plug? What do you think about BABA? What do you think about Boeing? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? You can ask me in chat. Mike, what do you think about this? While the market's open in real time. Don't wait till 10 o'clock at night to ask me what I think about a stock. Ask me while the market's open so you can act on it and you can profit from it. Okay? Do it in chat. You guys have the ability to do that to me in chat. Now, listen, a regular membership would normally cost you $2,048 for the year. But tonight with this coupon code, you get a 44% discount, which brings the price of a membership all the way down to only $1,144 until tonight only. Okay. Every 24-hour period, the cost of a membership goes up. Okay. Every 24-hour period, the cost of a membership goes up. This is our version of our Black Friday sale. Okay. You're hearing a lot of people talk about Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday. This is our Black Friday. This is how we do our Black Friday sale. The whole month, we're running here this discount, this coupon code. But every 24-hour period, the cost of that membership goes up by a few bucks. So your cheapest opportunity to take advantage of a membership is now before midnight, because after midnight, you can still use this code, but the discount will not be as great. And that's going to continue to happen every 24 hours in the month of November. So take advantage of this coupon code right here, right now, and get that 44% discount and get that price of a membership all the way down to $1,144. Okay. Your TTG membership. Okay. Think about value. Let's talk about value for 1 second, because if you guys went and I told you about all those premium services that are included, we bundled together for you. If you bought that Benzinga newsfeed and Squawk Box on your own, you went to Benzinga, it would cost you $1,188 for the year. That's more than your entire membership right now. You can get an entire membership for $1,144. The Benzinga newsfeed alone is $1,188. If you guys wanted real-time level 2 for all exchanges, that's $990 for the year. You want a trade simulator, that's $750 for the year. You went to TradingView and you want their pro charting software, that's $720 for the year. That is $3,648 in premium services that you get included for free with your membership when you use coupon code TTG1120. And because I'm feeling jolly, anyone that signs up here tonight before midnight is going to get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. That is the perfect tool for you to stay connected on the go when trading and learning with your TTG membership. This is a free gift from TTG to you for signing up here tonight. We cover the shipping. Okay. And that's because as a full-time member, you get access to our mobile app. Our mobile app allows you, if you're not in front of your computer, you can still follow along with what it is that we're doing in chat. It allows you to stay in chat, see the screen share, listen to the auto analysis, and get real-time push notifications sent right to your phone. So I don't want you guys to have to fumble around on a small screen while you're trading on the go. I want you guys to have a nice Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. So when you get that push notification, you can log in on your tablet and you can place that trade. You can follow along with what it is that we're doing, or you can log into your account. You can pull up the courses. You can go through, you can study the coursework right there on your tablet. That is free for anyone that signs up here tonight with coupon code TTG1120. All right. And we're feeling kind of crazy. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, guys, what I'm actually going to do here tonight, I talked about this yesterday, all right, and I'm going to do this again, okay? I'm doing this again to show you all on this live right now, to show you guys how much I believe in TTG and how confident I am that a professional education, okay, if you put in the work, I'm so confident that our education can help you become a consistently profitable trader that this is what I'm willing to offer you right now. That's how confident I am in our product and our education. That if anyone is on the fence, I'm going to make you guys a deal right now. Sign up for the TTG 1120 coupon code right now. Complete all of our courses and get an 85% or higher on all of the exams. At the end of every course is an exam, okay? Score 85% or higher on those exams. Do your one-on-one with one of our pro traders. Really put in some effort. And within 1 year of your membership, if you have not made back your subscription fee, which is the $1,144, if you have not made that back at least one time, I will give you guys a full refund. So what I'm doing right now is I just guaranteed your membership. Yes, Rod says all courses, including options. Rod, yes, literally when I say all courses are included, that means all courses are included. There are no upsells, okay? Everything's included, all right? So guys, with that money back guarantee, I just guaranteed your membership cost. So you have literally nothing to lose except maybe your opportunity to be a consistently profitable trader, okay? Think about that. Okay, so I've just covered your membership. Okay, I've just covered your membership with that money back guarantee. Use coupon code THD1120. And on some exciting news, guys, we are now over 50% of the way there to our next Tesla giveaway. Every 300 members that we get into Trading Group, we raffle off a Tesla Model 3. If the winner does not want the car, they can also choose $30,000 cash. Okay, we're over 30% of the way there. As of tonight, we're over 50% of the way there. So anyone that joins with coupon code THD1120 will be included in that Tesla raffle. All you guys have to do is be a member, and you guys have a chance to win a Tesla or $30,000 cash. Okay. And then also every Sunday, we are going to be raffling off 5 free laptops for full TTG members on all of my live streams. All right. So guys, really just think about this for 1 second. Let me just kind of recap this for you guys. 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in the first 6 months. That means you have an 80% chance. If you spend $1,144 right here, right now, there's an 80% chance you're going to make $11,000 in the next 6 months. And I'm telling you that if you spend $1,144 and if you don't make that back at least one time over the next year, I'm going to give you your money back. If you complete the courses, score an 85% or higher on the exam, do your one-on-one, really put in the work, you still don't make that money back at least one time, I'm going to give you guys a refund. What do you have to lose? I'm doing this because I am so confident in True Trading Group's education. I see what our members are doing. I see their success. And I'm confident enough to say that if you are willing to put in the work, you can become a consistently profitable trader with just this education. Stop trying to figure this stuff out on your own, guys. Use coupon code TTG1120 and take advantage of this 44% discount before the price of the membership goes up tomorrow. Okay? That's all, guys. All right? So, does anybody have any questions about memberships? Does anybody have any questions about a membership? Absolutely. Breadstick Baby. Guys, Breadstick Baby says, Mike, I work 9 to 5 from home, trading when I can. Do you still recommend the full-time membership? Absolutely. How many TTG members are still on the live stream? I know a lot of people have logged off by now. But how many of you are still on the live stream right now that work a full 9-to-5 job and you are a member of TTG? Breadstick baby, that's why we have the mobile app. So if you're not in front of your computer, you can follow along with what it is that we're trading on through the mobile app. The majority of our members they have full-time jobs. The majority of our members have full-time jobs. No, Joel Corpella, we do not have a monthly payment plan. No, because you get everything included as soon as you sign up. You pay one price, you get everything. We don't have a monthly payment plan. Rebo, there he is. I trade from a bulldozer. Guys, there you go. Rebo trades from a bulldozer when he's at work. What is everything? Oh, man. I just explained everything you guys get access to. When you guys join up, it's so much. Guys, I'll summarize. You get access to our daily trading chat room, okay, where we call out trade alerts. We're on the microphone telling you guys what we're doing before we actually buy. Okay, we share our screen. We're on the mic. We send you guys trade alerts. You get access to the entire TTG curriculum. This is the same education I received working at a hedge fund. You get access to over 75 hours of workshops and webinars. You get access to our stock profile tool, which is our due diligence tool, our trade simulator, which lets you trade stocks and options for fake money, our stock screener, which tells you what are the hottest stocks on the day, our Benzinga Pro news feed, which gives you guys real-time breaking news alerts, our trade ideas scanner, which will stream live in the course of the day, so you guys can see what stocks are popping across up on the scanner, a one-on-one mentorship session with a pro trader, access to all of our live workshops, webinars. We have one coming up on November 28th where you can attend these live workshops and webinars. Use our mobile app, which is downloadable on iPhone and Android, so you can still be in chat and get real-time push notifications and listen to the audio analysis even if you're not in front of your computer. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. But those are all the things that you guys get included with your membership. So when you guys sign up, you pay one price, you get access to everything. That's all of it. I'm talking all of it. There's no upsells. There's no like VIP membership. You guys pay one price, you get access to everything. All right. So that's it, guys. Great stuff today. I want to thank you guys for joining me here on this live stream tonight. Take advantage of this coupon code. Stop trying to go about this on your own, guys. If you're having trouble, if you're struggling as a trader, you got to try something different, guys. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. So if you guys are sick and tired of struggling trading and losing money in the markets, it's not because you're just a terrible trader. It's because you don't know how to trade. It's because you've never been taught. I was taught how to trade by professional traders on Wall Street. I now teach you guys the exact same education. No gimmicks, just straight up professional education and hard work, guys. And that's how you guys can get to your ways of consistent profitability. So if you guys are willing to put in some of the effort, I'm willing to give you guys that money back guarantee. So ask yourself, what do you have to lose? Coupon code THD1120, 44% discount. Take advantage of it now before the price goes up at midnight. Otherwise, we do have that 7-day trial. For that, you guys can go to ttgthree.com. That's a one-time payment of $3. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. You guys are the best. We got NIO earnings on deck tomorrow. I'll see you guys later in chat, and we'll talk about NIO, and they're announcing earnings after the bell, and then we're going to attack those. We're going to attack those EV stocks come Wednesday. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining me. If you have not done so already, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and of course, like this video. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow.